What will be the turns out cigarettes are bad for us of our generation? I never thought sunscreen was a real thing growing up. Like, my parents literally called it rich people lotion and said only fancy families wasted money on that stuff. My mom would slap a baseball cap on my head and say, "There's your sunscreen," before sending me outside for 12 hours straight. When I told my friends at school that we didn't use sunscreen, they looked at me like I had 3 heads. But my parents were convinced it was all chemicals that would poison us. They'd say stuff like, "People survived thousands of years without sunscreen," and "A little sun never killed anyone." By the time I was 16, I had this bronze tan that everyone complimented. I felt like I looked healthy and outdoorsy compared to my pale friends who stayed inside all summer. My parents would actually brag about how good I looked compared to other kids. After high school, I got a job doing landscaping because I loved being outside. 8 to 10 hours a day in direct sunlight, no shade breaks, just me and the sun beating down on my shoulders and face. The other guys on the crew thought I was crazy when I'd rub coconut oil all over my arms and back. "Kelsey smells like a pina colada again," they'd joke. I thought the oil gave me this amazing glow. I'd come home every day looking like I just got back from vacation in Hawaii. My Instagram was filled with selfies of my perfect tan. I did this for 12 years. 12 whole years of baking in the sun like a rotisserie chicken, thinking I was the picture of health. My skin was leather by the time I turned 30, but I thought that meant I was tough and outdoorsy. Then at 34, I noticed this weird mole on my shoulder blade. It was darker than my other freckles and had these jagged edges, but I figured it was just another beauty mark from all my sun exposure. My boyfriend at the time kept telling me to get it checked, but I brushed him off. "It's just a mole, calm down," I'd say. "I've been in the sun my whole life and I'm fine." But after 6 months, the thing started changing colors. It went from dark brown to almost black, and it was getting bigger. My boyfriend threatened to drag me to the doctor himself if I didn't make an appointment. The dermatologist took one look at my back and her face went completely white. She didn't even try to hide her reaction. "How long has this been here?" she asked, and I could hear the panic in her voice. "Maybe 8 months?" I said, suddenly feeling sick to my stomach. She ordered a biopsy that same day. 2 weeks later, she called me personally instead of having a nurse do it. That's when I knew it was bad news. "Kelsey, you have advanced melanoma," she said. "It's already spread to your lymph nodes." I couldn't even process what she was saying. "Cancer?" I was 34 and felt perfectly fine. How could I have cancer? She explained that decades of sun exposure without any protection had basically turned my skin into a ticking time bomb. All those years of coconut oil and thinking I looked healthy had actually been slowly killing me. The next 2 years were a nightmare of surgeries, chemotherapy, and immunotherapy treatments that made me sicker than I'd ever been in my life. I lost my hair, lost 40 pounds, and could barely get out of bed most days. My parents finally admitted they were wrong about sunscreen, but it was way too late. The damage was already done, and my cancer had spread too far for any treatment to really work. Before I died at 37, I recorded a video message for my 8-year-old niece. I told her to wear sunscreen every single day of her life, even when it's cloudy, even when she's just walking to the car. I told her that being pale is beautiful, and that tans aren't worth dying for.